Yeah, I'm living my best life. Made a couple M's, you know. Said I'm living my best life. Said I'm living my best life.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Random Opinions, Reaction, and Reviews. If you don't know who I am by now, you got to get with the program. Today, I'm coming to do a review on the episode that aired on General Hospital for July 5th. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. The scene opens with Jason and Harmony, and Jason is posing as a lawyer, Harmony's attorney. And Harmony knew who he was as soon as she came in, and Jason, it was just shocking to see Jason playing a different role, you guys, because we know that Jason is, for the most part, he's very clear cut. Like, he has his build says security, says, I don't know, military, and he's not really good at acting because he's just how he is how he is, you know. And so to see him posing as a lawyer, that was kind of dope. I really liked it. Jason works Harmony. He wants to know if she had anything to do with Douglas ODing, or if she didn't know anything about it. And clearly from talking to her, he starts to see that Harmony didn't really know how Douglas died. They were told that Douglas OD'd, and she believed that the reason why Douglas OD'd was because Willow chose Donna Day over him. And not just that Willow chose Donna Day, but Harmony believed that Douglas OD'd because she pressed Willow into joining Donna Day. So we see that Willow and both Harmony blamed themselves for Douglas' death, him ODing. They thought he committed suicide. You know, she just thought that the pain from that pretty much overtook him and he just couldn't take it anymore, so he took his own life. Well, Jason starts to spit game to her like, look, Douglas didn't OD. You were holding the ceremony with Willow, tattooing her and everything. And as you guys know, Shiloh, he doesn't have anything to do with that part of the ceremony. He comes in a little bit later. So it was like a gap of time, a lapse of time that Shiloh could have went, killed Willow's father, and then came back to have sex with Willow. You know, and it's just sick that you would kill this man, you know, take his family away from him, then rob him of his own life. Like, Shiloh has to go, you guys. They need to, and I'm not talking about them sending him to jail. No, that's not justice. He needs to be murdered on General Hospital. His character serves no purpose. He's made a lot of commotion, and he's becoming very annoying. His slick, smug attitude, like, everything about him, I don't like. He has to go. At first, Harmony, she had her walls up before she even told Jason any of this. She had her walls up. She's like, you know what, Shiloh, he's a good man. He's very spiritual, da 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 da. And Jason's like, how long has it been since you believed that line? How long? You know? And you can just see her in her head breaking down. Jason's like, look, you've been rotting in here for a crime that you didn't even commit. While he's off doing God knows what, he's free. He hasn't even sent you a lawyer. And you know, Jason just got to her and she just decided to cooperate. So she gets to talking to Jason and telling Jason everything she knows, like Carol, who decided to take the fall for everything, and how Harmony herself and Shiloh were the only ones who had access to the drug carfentanil, and Carol didn't have anything to do with it. She just starts spilling the tea, you guys, because that really got to her. And I really do feel like she loved her husband. It was just that she was a lost soul and she was always looking for herself, and she got too in deep with this guy and she seen nothing but because sometimes when you love somebody, you know, or you think so highly of them, like these idols, these celebrities, you feel like they can't do any wrong. So if they do wrong in front of your face, you still would be like, no, it really wasn't how it was, or it wasn't that bad, trying to justify. And I feel like that's how Harmony was. She loved her husband, but she got in too deep with Shiloh. And when she was in too deep, she didn't realize how deep she was. And I really feel like her finding out that Shiloh had something to do with Doug's death definitely hit her. And she feels like, you know what? I got to live out Doug's last memory. He didn't want Willow to have anything to do with DOD, and I should help. That was good that she, finally opened up and started talking. Now, if we can get her to say, you know what, Shiloh coerced me into taking the fall for this, I had nothing to do with it, that'd be thumbs up. And, we can get Shiloh locked up for all these other crimes that he's committed. This guy needs to come down. Jason also starts to spit game to her and let her know that Sam wasn't somebody that Shiloh just happened to come up on. He targeted Sam, and he used Kristina to do it. And he's like, I know you don't care about Sam or Kristina, but you care about Willow. You have to. That's your daughter. So Sam goes in undercover to meet with Carol. And Sam, she acts as a waitress. And she's trying to get Carol to basically tell what she knows. Jason and Michael tried, and they were going to get her to come back to Port Charles, and then Officer Billy stepped in, and, so Sam, now it's her turn. And at first, Carol thought she was a Donna Day member coming to warn her on Shiloh's behalf, and so she went to go check in on her dog, because that's the only thing that she loves in this world. So she had to go and check on her dog. And Sam's like, look, I would never hurt your dog. I'm just here to get these facts, And so Carol's like, you know what? You guys have been truthful with me. You've been honest. You've been sincere. I have to do what I have to do to bring down Shiloh. And so she writes her statement out of what happened, the events that led up to her giving a false confession, and Sam videotapes it on her phone. Billy came in while Carol was visiting and checking on her dog, Jeremy, and he was talking to Sam, and Sam is working him, you guys. She is flirting with him, telling him everything she wants to hear. She's a lost soul. She's looking for something new, and he tells her, you know what? You should check into Donna Day. So now we're seeing that Billy is not only a Donna Day follower, but he also brings women to Donna Day, And so I'm like, this guy, I want to know what his deal is. I really got to know, because he's a cop. He's supposed to be smarter than this. Is he getting something out of being a part of Donna Day, or is he just as lost as any other person? I got to know. So then Kristina shows up with to Alexis and Neil. Neil kicked Alexis out and said he couldn't be her psychiatrist anymore. And while Alexis is leaving, Kristina runs in. She's like, you know what? I had a new dawn. Get that wording, new dawn. And I want to do the right thing. I need to be able to free myself. And in order to free myself, I have to tell what the secret was that I told Shiloh about you, Mom. And so Alexis, she's been wanting to hear this for a while. So she comes in. Neil is like, you know what? This is progress for Kristina. So come on in, Alexis. And Kristina's just honest. She's like, you know what? And it was what I said, you guys. Check out my video that I talked about. I'm gonna actually leave it in the link below. I talked about what I believe the secret was. And the secret was about Alexis and how Alexis ran over Kiefer. Come to find out, you guys, Alexis really did run over Kiefer by accident. And Kristina, she was actually passed out. She just lied to Shiloh and told Shiloh that she wasn't, and her mother did it on purpose. And Alexis is like, out of all the secrets that you could have told, why tell a secret about me? And Kristina's like, I felt like it was less betrayal if I made up these events versus if I told any kind of real secret about my dad. So we can see that even though Kristina was engulfed into Donna Day, she was not all stupid. She wasn't 100% stupid. She was more like 95% stupid. At least she told a lie. I'm like, kudos to Kristina, because at the end of the day, all of that stuff would have been admissible in court. They've already tried Alexis on it. She copped the plea deal and, you know, did her little community service, her parole or whatever they gave her, whatever sentence that she had. So all of that whole little secret would have been admissible in court anyway. They wouldn't have been able to use it against her because she's already been tried for it. So I was proud of her for not even telling the secret about Sonny. But it made sense why she chose to lie about Alexis. You know, because if Shiloh wanted to use that secret, he wouldn't have been able to. So I was proud of Kristina, you know. They sing their sorries and their I forgive yous, I love you, I'll always love you, you're my daughter, you're my mother, crying, like, you know, and it was just a beautiful scene. I liked it. You know, and we see that Kristina is making really good progress. She is definitely starting to understand where her family members are coming from and how she can change herself for the better. A couple months ago, I was like going in on this girl because she was just so dumb. But, you know, I'm happy that she's getting a new dawn. So then we have scenes today with Dev, Cam, and Jocelyn. And as we know, Cameron was trying to ask Jocelyn to the reception. And Jocelyn basically told him no, she couldn't because she wasn't ready. And Trina shows up. And Trina's just so very smart and intuitive. She knows exactly what's going on. And Dev is flirting with her. It was very cute. And she's like, Jocelyn, you know what? I have to go. My mom's trying to be a good parent, so I can't spend the night. Cameron, do you want to catch this Uber with me? And so Cameron leaves. And when they're outside the door, Trina's like, do you want to go to the park or catch something to eat? And Cam's like, well, what happened to you having to get home? And she's like, you can't see that Jocelyn is struggling right now. We have to give her some space. She is afraid of having fun. She's not ready for it yet. And just the fact that she caught that was beautiful. You guys, also the girl that plays Trina, she actually signed a contract with General Hospital, so we will see more of her. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to know what's going to happen because when Cameron asked Jocelyn to this reception, did you see Trina's face? Trina seems like she definitely has something for Cameron. And Cameron's a boy. Boys that age don't have a clue. So I'm sure Cameron doesn't know that Trina likes him, but I think Trina likes Cam. And I feel like Dev is going to end up liking Jocelyn, and Jocelyn's not going to have a clue. So Trina and Dev are probably going to act like they're together so that they can make Cameron and Jocelyn jealous. I think that's how that's going to play out. Like, it hasn't started yet, of course, but I feel like later on down the line, a couple months down from the line, that's the storyline that they're going to be bringing us because teenagers, they just do the most. Instead of saying, hey, I like you, they just do the absolute most. So I guess we'll see what happens from there. I'm happy that Trina is here. I'm hoping that they don't make her a part of the Ashford family just because she's the only black girl that isn't a part of their family. Do not add her into the Ashtons. No. They can make her, I don't know, a relative of Epiphany's. That would be pretty cool. We have scenes today with Brick and Sonny, and Sonny is talking to Brick, and he wants Brick to draw up some papers to make Dev look like he's legal. And Brick is like, well, how do you trust this family member, cousin Gail? He's like, look, I have already taken care of that. She should be fine. I just need you to drop these papers, you know. And while they're talking, Shiloh and his lawyer shows up, and Sonny's like, hold that thought just for a second. And he goes to Shiloh's lawyer. He flashes those cute little dimples. I don't have none, and he's like, I will pay you double so that you can stop representing him. And she's loving it, guys. She's loving the attention. She's loving taunting Shiloh in a way. And she's like, you know what, I'm sorry I can't do that, but give me your card and I'll definitely call you, you know. And so Sonny's like, okay, just let me know because I'll pay you. And so then they go back and sit down. And the lawyer's like, does he flash those dimples for everybody? And Shiloh's like, man, I really wish you would stop playing. This is serious. I need to get my son. And she's like, look, just take the edge off of it. Calm down. What evidence do you have that baby Wiley is your son. And he's like, look, I'm gonna get a DNA test run. And she's like, look, you've gone out of your way and you've done so much illegally. The judge is not going to accept that. We need something legit that the judge can't throw out, you know. And so he's thinking, but we all know baby Wiley is not really his son. It would have been his son if it was actually baby Wiley, but it's not his son. So we'll see what happens from there. Then Michael shows up, and Michael wants to know, who is cousin Dev? Because he actually went by the house when the kids were there. And Jocelyn's like, Michael, meet cousin Dev. Trying to be sarcastic and stuff. So Michael already knows that's not really their cousin. But it does help that Dev kind of has characteristics of Sonny, because he could definitely pass as a cousin. So Michael comes and he's like, who is cousin Dev? Like, I know he's not really your cousin, let me know. And so Sonny talks to him about that, you know. And then Kristina shows up. And while she's talking, Sonny's trying to like tell her, like, he's trying to warn her Shiloh is there. And he's like, look, I gotta tell you something, And she's talking, hi, how's my favorite dad? How's my favorite brother? You two are here. All of you guys, Brick, you and Michael are here at the same time. It must be my lucky day. She's happy, you know. She feels free, vindicated, you know. And Sonny's trying to warn her, and she looks up and she sees Shiloh. And she's like, what is he doing here? And so Michael's first instinct as big brother was to like calm her down and hold her so she wouldn't go over there. But Sonny's like, look, let her get this off her chest, you know. So she goes over there and she reads Shiloh a new one, you guys. She treats the mess out of him. She tells him he's not fit to be a father. He won't ever get the baby. When he comes down, when they find evidence on him, she will be testifying along with Sam. He'll never hurt another woman type stuff. And, you know, she just really dug that knife into, and he's just taunting her because, you know, Shiloh has that little smug look, and he's got his arms welcome. I always have my arms welcome for you, Kristina. And she's like, you know what? You're disgusting. And she leaves. And then she goes over to Sonny and she's like, I'm sorry that I made a scene, you guys. And Sonny's like, look, where'd you get that temper from? And she was like, they tell me I get it from my dad. And that was all cute and stuff. Because remember back in the day, Kristina and Sonny butted heads so much, you guys. It was crazy. Kristina wanted attention from her dad, but at the same time, she was so young, she didn't know how to ask for it. So she constantly always taunted him with people that he hated, like Johnny Zakara, and, you know, always putting out police statements on him, like telling the police everything she knew about him, saying she hated him, yelling at him, always being spiteful. And, you know, and now she's here where she loves her father. She understands why he does the things that he does. It's just beautiful to see these two get along, you know. I'm so happy for them. Rick wanted to know why Sonny wanted to help Dev also. And Sonny's like, look, I see a lot of me in him. So that was kind of, it was kind of cool that Sonny's going out of his way to help this kid who pickpocketed him and then helped him get out of help him get out of Turkey. So that was pretty neat. This reminds me of, who was it? Juan. Remember Juan, Lily's son, that came to town and he wanted attention from Sonny, so he was doing all kinds of things. And, you know, Sonny really had a really nice spot in his heart for Juan. That's how it kind of reminds me with Dev. You know, Sonny's like, he has a nice spot for Dev. So we'll see where that goes. This episode, there wasn't much to it, but it was very interesting. Kept me in the TV. How do you guys feel about Jason going undercover as an attorney? That was pretty neat. Let me know if you agree with what I said about the whole Devin, the four musketeers. I'm just going to call them that. Minus Oscar now. The four musketeers. How do you feel about them? Do you think it's going to play out how I say it's going to play out? Let me know how you feel about these teenage couples, because we don't have a lot of teenage couples on General Hospital. So it's cute to have a little, you know, something to appeal to a 24-year-old. You know, let me know how you felt about this episode. And don't forget, a big thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye.
I finally made my mind, know that I can't go back broke. They saying that my time up, my back against the rope. I hustle, got my grind, know that